G'day, welcome back to Hub Highlights. My name's Peter, and today we are looking at manifolds. How do we use them and why? A manifold allows you to have one inlet and multiple discharge points. So that is basically a manifold. But what separates this manifold to, say, the manifold on the wall? There are a few key things to look at when we're looking at manifolds. How flexible do we want a manifold? This manifold has some flexibility, but you can see through here it's one solid piece with an additional elbow. You'll see up here a modular manifold. That means that every part comes a piece. We can build the manifold the way we need it, which means if we have some solenoids facing this way, some solenoids facing that way, we can accommodate that and build the manifold to suit. Manifolds will commonly be used with solenoids, but you'll also find that it will have an isolation valve on the inlet port. So with this manifold, the one that we pointed out before as being modular, you also have a few other key features. This manifold system allows you to actually wall mount it. So if you have solenoid valves that you would like to mount on a wall to keep it clean, to be able to look at it, service it, turn them on, turn them off, this would be a great manifold for you. This manifold system being modular, like I said, has clips, and at every point we have O-rings. So O-rings around this nipple. We have O-rings around this nipple, which connects to your solenoid valve. We also have O-rings around the entry as well. So this is a completely modular manifold system. When you purchase manifolds, let's look at this one in particular, you would buy this as one manifold. It would be called a 4-port manifold. If you were to buy the modular manifold, you can buy the 2-port manifold, the 3-port manifold, but you can also buy the individual pieces. So you might want to make up a 20-port manifold and stick it to the wall. So that allows you full flexibility. Here is a manifold that is made up with a variety of solenoid valves. And one of the key benefits of using a system or a manifold system like this is the ease of removing your solenoid. So if you do need to maintain your solenoid, you can easily. If I wanted to maintain this solenoid valve and I wanted to take it off the manifold, all I need to do is to twist this coupler, removing the solenoid valve, take it away, maintain it, or replace it, and once it's ready to go back in, I simply replace the nipple with another nipple and screw it back into my system. Usually you can do this all within the valve box, so you don't have to dig up your valve box. So with this manifold, each port comes with a nipple. You'll notice that this nipple will actually come with a O-ring. This O-ring gets pushed up against the solenoid, which means that you actually don't need PTFE tape or some sort of tape to stop water, because that seal right there is going to make it watertight. So when we're looking at the two manifold systems, one of the big key differences is its operating pressure and what they're capable of handling. So the Dura manifold is capable of 1000 kPa. This manifold is also a Schedule 80, which means that it can handle some chemicals as well. So with the Dura manifolds, the ones that are built, they're not modular, they're one piece. It still allows you some flexibility by adding additional pieces. So for example, I could add another T 6 months down the track to my system just by doing up the coupler. And now I've got a 3-port, a whole 2-piece and a singular T. I might then go, hey, look, let's go crazy and add another 4-port, one continuous piece that I could just add to my existing 3-port. The largest port that you can get is a 4-port. But like we've been saying, you can add them continually. When you're looking at purchasing the Dura manifolds, just note that they come in a 4-port, a 3-port, a 2-port, and then obviously your single ports, which is a T. You can also get an end cap for the ends of your manifolds if you don't want to put an elbow or you don't want to add on a T, but potentially you want to keep it there for future expansion. If you're working with PVC, you can also get a connection that allows you to adapt from the BSP thread here to a PVC connection. So that allows you to adapt to many different materials, whether that be brass, copper, or PVC. So in comparison to the Dura manifolds, we also have the Emjay manifolds, and the Emjay manifold is capable of 800 kPa. And when you buy them, they will be bought in individual pieces. But you can buy the package, which is a 4-port, a 3-port, a 2-port, a 6-port. With the Emjay manifold, you also have the added feature of the cross. The cross piece allows you to adapt your manifold to your irrigation system and have an inlet on one side and a solenoid out the other. It just allows you to give you options on where you have your water feed. So there are different ways that we can use a manifold to suit your irrigation system. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below and we'll get back to you. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.